Hey, Untamed television fans, it's your host, Craig Bielek, and guess what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about hair.
That's right.
I am joined today by Julie Yearsley, a stylist, as if you couldn't tell. I mean, look at that fabulous hair. Look at that fabulous hair.
Thank you.
And Julie is joining the Brigham City Community Hospital Women's Forum on November 4th of this year. She's going to do a couple of presentations.
That's right.
Right, in this episode, we're going to talk about one. We're going to talk about hair.
Okay.
And, I mean, what are we going to talk about? Like, where you should have hair, like should I have hair on my back,
No.
or how long your hair should be. Well, I mean, what are we going to talk about?
Yeah, we're going to talk about, okay, I want you to picture that your face is the actual piece of art.
Stop asking me to picture my face.
As art.
As art. And don't ask our viewers. This is bad enough that they have to look at this. In fact, I've had many requests to do the show like this. Hello, how are you? So, okay, so my face is a work of art. So your face is the art,
and your hair is always the frame that frames that art. And so haven't you looked at people and you think, something is off, I just don't know what it is. What is off on that? And it's usually where they cut the length of the hair. There's so many different face shapes and so many different haircuts that look better, like good, better, best. And so you need to go to a stylist who understands the face shapes first. That's the most important thing.
This is fascinating. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I've never thought of that.
Yeah.
The frame around the art.
Around the art.
Wow.
And so color is going to make a difference with that. But the number one thing is where you cut the hard line. So the hard line is like, here's my hard line, and then I've taken all of this off to make a hard line here. My face is more round, and so I want to elongate it. And so I do a point here and a point here to make an elongation. So my face is more balanced.
So when somebody comes to you and says, what will look good on me? You have a lot of things to consider. Their coloring, the shape of their face, the angles of their face. If they have a face. I mean, has anyone actually ever come to you without a face?
No.
I mean, because that would be a challenge for a stylist.
But I measure the face. Can I measure you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the face is divided into 3 sections, okay?
Okay.
From the hairline to the middle of the brow is 1. From the middle of the brow under the nose is 2. Under the nose to the chin is 3. 2 of those sections will usually be the same size, and one will either be larger or smaller. So this is your largest area. So if we were to cut right here, right at your jaw, it would make this longer. Really? We have to divide that space and cut to lip to make that cut in half and be the shorter, so balancing the 3.
So would I have to grow my hair that long to be able to do that, or what do you mean by cut? I'm very confused.
Like if you were a woman, that's what I'm talking about. If you were a woman and we cut it there. So for a man, this cut is great. You could wear, like if you wanted to, you could wear fringe down and you could get away with it because these 2 sections are the same.
Oh. Now, see, I would have thought that my nose was like equal to like 7 sections.
No, but you have a great forehead. A lot of people have, we call it a fiver, so you have a 5-finger forehead, and obviously they need to have a fringe line. Now that fringe line is going to be crucial on how you do it. You can do a side slope fringe line, you can do a straight across fringe line, you can do a baby bang. All of that is all in bringing the face into balance. It's all about bringing that best piece of art at its prime look. You want it to be the best you can be because you walk around with my name on your head.
Wow, I never even realized that. Do I get paid for that? I mean, is that paid advertising?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Because I'll write your name on my head if they'll bring in a couple extra bucks. You know. All of
so at an art gallery, what is one thing every piece of art has in common?
Yeah, they're all framed.
They all have a signature.
Oh, they all have a signature.
And they're all framed. And so, as the stylist or the artist, I choose to frame my art in its best light, and I always put a signature on it. And so each stylist has a different signature that they use. And, like, obviously, I'm not going to be like, JY right there on the back of your neck. But there's something that I would do on each person that I know if I was the last person to do that hair.
Isn't that interesting? So you have to think about all of those things before you even get started.
Right.
On that. And then, but that's just one piece, right? Because then comes color.
Then comes color.
Right, and you've got some fabulous color in your hair.
Thank you.
I've got some in mine, too.
Yes,
I added a little black.
Yes,
I hope you like it.
I love it. I love it.
No, but so how do you decide what kind of color to put in someone's hair?
Let's talk about that. The eyes are a true read, okay?
Yeah.
If you see more white in the eyes, they need to, like in the color portion of the eye, if you see more white flecks, they need to go cooler tone. If you see more yellow flecks, they need to go warmer tone. Everybody can wear red. I hear people all the time go, I could never wear red. You can wear red. It depends on the level of the red and the brightness or the subdue. It just depends on what your eyes are telling the stylist. And you need to go to a stylist who understands that. The next thing is, and this is more for women, but it's white pants and black pants. So
what? No, we're talking about hair.
When you're wearing pants, white pants make your bottom bigger, and black pants make your bottom smaller, right?
Got it. Mm-hmm.
So darker around the face shape, because after time people start gaining weight. Their face shape doesn't change, but the skin on their face changes, whether it's weight loss or gaining or age. The skin changes, and so wherever you want to take away from, you put dark. Wherever you want to add, you put light.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Basic kind of artistic concepts and that sort of thing.
Right.
Right. So you're going to be making this presentation at the Women's Forum, but you also have a salon, right?
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and plug your salon right now.
Okay, it's Style and Hair Salon. It's in Far West. I've been there for 27 years.
Yeah.
I used to be a matrix educator. I did that for about 13 years, and then I've been with Lonza. I was with Lonza for 5 years. So I would go around and teach hair color all around the United States and Canada, platform work, and teach other stylists how to do it.
Wow.
So yeah, it was a great job. I loved it, and now I'm just a grandma. I stay at home and I do my grandma stuff. I love it.
And you do grandchildren hair.
Yes, I do.
That kind of thing. So as a stylist, I mean, I imagine it's kind of a challenge when somebody brings in a picture and says, I love this hairstyle and I want this hairstyle. And I mean, you certainly can. Well, maybe you can't even cut their hair that way. Maybe their hair hair has a grain or something like that, right? Or a flow.
Yeah.
Something like that. So what do you do?
So we talk about it. Pinterest is huge. I have a love-hate with Pinterest.
Oh, yeah.
What usually happens with the Pinterest pictures is those have all been edited.
Yeah.
And so they show, I mean, you can find the same model over and over and over with 10 different colors of hair on Pinterest. It's crazy.
Right.
And so when people come into me with Pinterest pictures, I look at I'll say, what is it you like about this picture? And then they'll explain it to me. Well, they have more hair than you do, or they have coarser hair than you do, or they have, like I have one lady who has hair my length and wants Victoria's Secret hair. She brings that picture of, and I'm like, that is not happening. You can get extensions. Like I can bring them to their fantasy hair, but in reality, do you want to grow that out? Do you want to work with that? Pinterest is a love-hate.
Right, Pinterest. Knock it off with the hairstyles.
Knock it off.
Would you?
Yeah.
Well, okay, I imagine everybody out there wants more. They want to hear more, and here's a great opportunity. The Women's Forum 2017 presented from Brigham City Community Hospital. Mm-hmm. It's November 4th, starts about 9-ish in the morning, goes to about 3 in the afternoon. Fabulous lunch in there.
Sweet.
You're going to hear from Julie Yearsley.
Yes.
She's going to talk about hairstyle and also decorating your house.
With color, different colors.
Well, I thought you were going to say with frames. Decorating your house with frames. I thought we were going to be right back to the frame thing and all of that kind of stuff. You can find plenty of information on the Women's Forum. You can even register at BrighamCityCommunityHospital.com, and you can take some time with Julie up there. So,
Sweet.
One selfish question. You said, I have good hair. How could I improve it?
You know what? I love gray hair with silver, but there is something that I could help you with.
What's that?
It's called a blue shampoo. Have you ever heard of it?
What?
Blue shampoo.
Blue shampoo? Mm-hmm. Is it like a blue film? Because I've
not,
watched some of those.
It is pretty intense blue, and you put that on, it cancels out any yellowing and makes white hair just sparkle.
Are you serious?
Very serious.
So I'd be sparkly?
Mm-hmm. There's a purple shampoo, but this one is blue, and it is phenomenal.
We are going to talk. And the next time you watch Untamed television, you're going to see Craig with sparkly hair.
That's right.
That's a promise from Julie. Julie Yearsley, our stylist, has joined us today, appearing at the Brigham City Community Hospital Women's Forum on November 4th. Julie, thank you so much for being here today. This is fun. I never thought of my hair as a frame.
Yeah, always a frame.
Yeah, mine's kind of a fourth of a frame. I don't really have. I need to grow.
But this is your heavy line right here.
Oh, that's my heavy line.
You have more hair right here than you do hair.
I didn't realize I had more hair right there.
Yeah. And I just
never
want to point
looked
this
back
out.
there.
What did I say? Where did the line have to come to on you?
It has to come to right here.
Where is it at?
It's to right there.
That's
oh,
right.
wow.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay, no more bowl cuts for me because we can't have it up there. Thanks for joining us on Untamed Television. Watch it again, untamedtelevision.com anytime.
Untamed TV. Untamed. Untamed.